We're transforming this stick shift second gen Cummins dually truck into the dream truck that any enthusiast would want to own. This project has definitely evolved, like most projects do, and we want to show the entire build on our YouTube channel. So to do that, we're gonna break it up into multiple different episodes. This first episode is all about disassembly, teardown, and what needs to happen. So tell your kids you'll help them with their homework later because it's time to watch Mount Zion Off-Road. We've just pulled the truck into the shop and we are super excited to get started. We've got parts from American Force, we've got some 35-inch tires, a complete suspension system. I can't wait to get it going. So we've got all the parts on the shelf. As you can see, we are ready to get started. We've got a clutch from South Bend. We're gonna take the NV4500 and fix the fifth gear issue. We've got a complete replacement suspension from Carli. It is gonna be one sick truck. But there's one minor snag. This truck is a lot rustier than what we expected. We looked at the cab mounts and they are completely rotted off the front. There's some work that needs to be done on the inner rockers, and so we've decided to completely change up this project. We're gonna be ordering a new complete frame from California, as well as a pair of axles. So what started as a simple suspension, wheel and tire and accessory build now is completely blown apart. The engine is going to Antrim diesel over in Greencastle and doing a whole bunch of performance mods. The owner is going to pick up the body and fix all the stuff on the cab, and we're going to order axles and a frame and reassemble this thing. It is going to be one sick truck. A bit different from what we started, but a killer build nonetheless. We've got some new axles that are going in this project. These are not second gen axles. They're four-wheel disc brakes. These are AAM axles. A little bit bigger, I think a little bit stronger. They're a little rough looking right now, so we've got a friend that does dustless sandblasting. He's gonna pick them up and strip them all down so they look good, give us something to work with. We've already cut the leaf spring perches off the axle. I imagine we're gonna need to cut the shock mounts off, but we can do that when it comes back. I also have to order some front four-wheel drive dually hubs, like hub extenders, because the front axle is not actually a dually axle, but that's really the only thing that differentiates them. While he's dustless blasting these axles, we're gonna also send him the transfer case, which looks really greasy and grimy, as well as the transmission, which is right over here. This is an NV4500. And so when he does this, he's gonna make sure that he tapes off the back just to get nothing in there, and so we're not spraying directly, sandy water inside the transmission. That would definitely not be good. Once this transmission is back and is all clean, we're gonna take it apart. Apparently on these NV4500s, fifth gear kind of wiggles off the back of the shaft, so we've got a fix for that. And we're doing a whole new clutch, pressure plate, and hydraulic system from South Bend. So should work out. We've got some other little odds and ends over here, some frame crossmember pieces, and these have like years of baked on oily mud and rust. And so we are going to have him take those as well and get them all cleaned up. So I'm excited to get these things out to him and back. Hopefully we get them here in a few days. So, so we can continue on with the build. We've got the old truck all stripped down. Everything that is off of that one is off. And this is the new frame We sent a former employee named Joel up to upstate Pennsylvania over the weekend to go drag this thing back. We got it back as a roller, pushed it in this morning, and Nathan went to town stripping it completely down. We're taking everything off that could be bolted on. Originally it came with front axle, rear axle, fuel tank, a bunch of hangers and stuff. So otherwise it's good to go now. I'm excited because tonight it is going to the sandblasters. We have a guy locally that does dustless blasting for us named Aaron, and he's gonna dustless blast this entire thing and bring it back to us raw. As soon as we get it back, we're gonna paint it. Right now, he has the axles as well as a couple cross members for this thing, in addition to the transmission and the transfer case. So if this all works out well, he's gonna bring all that stuff back tonight, and he's gonna take this frame out, and hopefully within a couple days, we'll have this thing back looking shiny new. With all that being said, disassembly is now complete, and episode number 1 is over. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure that you subscribe to us on YouTube, because episode number 2 is awesome. We got a bunch of these parts all blasted and painted and are getting ready to go together. So don't miss this build and follow along for episode number 2.